Welcome back. On my channel, I talk about creating a meditation machine. And when you think about a machine, you think about a motor. And a motor to run needs spark, fuel, air, and compression. And if your motor's not working, you can reverse all of that. You can reverse engineer and figure out which piece is missing, which is not working. And when you apply this to a company, it works the same kind of way. And we can apply it to meditation as well. When you put all those pieces together, you get yourself a machine. And sometimes, that machine is a beast. And this is one big beast of a machine. So, we're gonna have a ride today. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Thanks, sir.
Cost $300,000 to build this 20 years ago. Every 3 months your tires are $6,500 a piece. Fuel half a mile per gallon, and adults like to ride more than the kids.
Fantastic.
Come and see us. It's a fundraiser for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We go all over. You can find it on the internet under www.monstercoolbus.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. They won't let you touch it. They have no insurance.
Oh, wow. What was your name, sir?
My name's Eddie.
Eddie?
Thank you.
So I said that an engine takes a spark, fuel, air, and compression, right? Those are the four essential pieces. And if one of those pieces is missing, well, you can reverse engineer. So you've divided the car into four parts, and you can begin to reverse engineer and figure out which one of those pieces is not working. And once you've already gone through one sector, you know, I can clear that from my brain. I don't need to check that anymore. It's done. Now I can check the other essential pieces. So it's really valuable, and it's equally valuable for a company. The product, the idea itself is the spark. It's the reason for being there. The price is the fuel. It has to be the right mix. The presentation is the air. You have to let it out to other people. And finally, you need the compression, which is the exact niche where your product fits. So that's how a company can reverse engineer and figure out what's working and what isn't working when you divide it by those four pieces. And we can easily do that for meditation as well. Our spark is the reason we're showing up to sit and to meditate. What is that reason? If it's stress reduction, cortisol reduction, longer life, beautiful. If it's enlightenment, nirvana, liberation, that's your spark. That's why you're showing up. And if you know it, it makes it that much more powerful. It fuels you to show up. And so what's the fuel? Well, the fuel has to be the breath itself, the pranayama that we practice day after day. When we get into heart rate variability, when we establish heart rate variability, then we're really getting into that pranayama. That's really fueling our meditation. It's catching fire with that heart rate variability. And so what's the air in this formula? Well, the air is the expanding force, right? And so it has to be the expansion of the spiritual eye, expanding, dilating our eyes, letting go, falling into surrender, letting all of the muscles deeply relax. That is our air. And finally, what is the compression? Well, it has to be the Om Japa in every chakra. So we have a brain, and that brain has to have a reflection in the central nervous system, or the body and brain don't match up. So this is a natural process of life. And in yoga, we are taking that projection from the limbic brain, which is we call the chakras, and we are short-circuiting it. And that short-circuiting allows the projection to travel back up into the brain. And the martial artist is very aware of this, which is why they concentrate on the third center, or the Dantian, or the Hara, as they will often call it, is the fear center in the body. It has to do with the right amygdala. And by concentrating on that third center, they short-circuit fear so that they are able to practice their martial techniques, right? So the yogi takes this 5 steps further, and he short-circuits not 1, but actually 6 centers. So all of the projections of the limbic brain, he wants to short-circuit all of those so that they all reverse back into the brain. And that reversion back is the compression of the engine that we're talking about. And so we've divided meditation into 4 different parts so that we can glue those pieces together into one whole, into one practice, and so make our meditations that much more dynamic and successful. So there you go. That's the engine of meditation, and we hope it's a beast, just like this one was today.